spin things up very quickly and probably be okay. It wouldn't, cause huge inflation on our economy. It would cause some, but it's not going to be anywhere near to the extent that it would for Japan, because they don't have any domestic resources, or what they do have is very limited for energy outside of their reliance on, the Middle East for oil. So if that gets shut off for any reason, you will see a spike in the price of oil priced in yen, which is what I'm concerned about. It may spike globally, but I think the spike in yen will be the most dramatic, and then would cause the Bank of Japan to have to raise interest rates much more aggressively. And that's really the thesis. Once that unwinds, we'll have treasuries flood the market, U.S. treasuries. Now that we have the OCC and the Genius Act and everybody on board for the U.S. banks to be able to issue stablecoins, they're going to buy up all of those treasuries that flood the market, which will stabilize the U.S. dollar. Awesome. But it is going to impact other markets substantially. You still got silver on a tear. You've got gold at all-time highs. That makes sense with where the stock market is. The stock market is also at all-time highs. And PE ratios and Buffett indicator and everything says that we are way overpriced in the stock market in comparison to the actual cash flow for the businesses. If you were to buy the stock market right now in the past, let's say you bought it another time when PE ratio was 23 or 24, you would lose 2% on your investment over the next 10 years on average. So probably not the best time to be buying stocks, in my personal opinion. Again, I'm only talking about what I'm doing with my portfolio. Can't give you guys financial advice. What I'm seeing our advisors talk to people about is things that are on the lower end of the risk curve, or bond market, mutual funds, that type of stuff. When it comes to gold and silver, I do think that those are also going to have problems. And again, I'm going to be the antithesis of everybody else that talks about this stuff. They're all going to tell you it's going to $1 bazillion. I think that you're going to see a 50% haircut in both gold and silver. I think silver could run as high as $100, but I don't know that it's going to get much more than that, especially if we see a pullback in gold and a rotation into silver, which would be very normal for this type of cycle. On the high side, you would see a 10 to 1 or 20 to 1 for gold to silver ratio.